Hello my darlings and welcome. In this video, I'm going to show you how I plan a ritual or spell work. The ritual and spell work I'm planning today is an oceanside ritual and spell for strength, energy, and good health. Let's do some magical crafting. Don't get me wrong, I love using other people's spells and rituals from books or things I find online. And I have a lot of books on magic and witchcraft that I get ideas for spell work from. But when I develop a ritual or spell for something really special or important in my life, I like to do so from scratch. When you build a spell yourself from the ground up, you infuse it with your energy and intention. The correspondences mean something special to you, and you're likely to create spell work that uses materials that are easy to get in your area or that you already have on hand. I put this printable ritual and spellwork planner worksheet on my Patreon. If you'd like to download a PDF of this printable, you can visit Magical Crafting on Patreon at the link below the video. My patrons can download recipes, Book of Shadows pages, artwork, and more, all provided as PDFs. And I continue to add new, downloadable content as I do more projects on the channel. As always, my tutorials should only be a starting point for you to develop your own craft. I encourage you to create your own rituals and spell work. The results can be much more powerful and complete than a ready-made spell. I hope this video gives you some ideas on how to get started creating your own spells and rituals. And if you enjoy this kind of spellwork content, kindly leave a like on this video. In this video, I'm going to plan out a ritual for good health, strength, willpower, and weight loss. It will be performed at the beach. I'm calling it an oceanside renewal ritual. I recently recovered from an extended illness and a surgery, and part of this ritual will use the hospital bracelets that I saved from that time as a focus. I will use this ritual to dedicate myself to healing my body and moving away from that time of illness in order to get healthy and stay that way. During the ritual, I will also create a witch's ball and consecrate a piece of jewelry to act as a talisman or charm. As another disclaimer, you can perform spell work and rituals anytime and on any day, in the moment when the magic calls to you, or specifically timed out to an exact day and hour. Whatever your traditions and practices require, and whatever you are called to do. I've added spaces in my planning worksheet to indicate the day, time, and astrological influences. This gives me the opportunity to research the influences at play during the times that I'll be performing my ritual. Just like everything on the worksheet, this is an optional step. When I have the opportunity to plan a ritual during an auspicious day or time or moon phase, I will do so. However, I will not let those factors stop me from doing spell work anytime I want or need to. This renewal ritual will happen on a Tuesday, typically considered to be ruled by Mars, the Roman god of war. Themes for magical workings on Tuesdays include courage, vitality, and success. This gives me some ideas on the best way to frame my ritual. You can drill down even further if you want to look at correspondences for the time of day. Midday or noon is a good time to do spell work that's focused on increased personal power, working on spell work for confidence and strength, and asking for the courage to allow your light to shine. Noon is the time for magic related to an increase of power, confidence, and strength. If you want to get more specific, you can look at a table of magical hours for additional planetary correspondences. A much broader category is the moon phase in which you perform your ritual. However, this can lead to procrastination if you've just missed a particular phase, Waiting another 28 days may not be practical. My ritual will occur on the last day of the new moon, a time to banish negativity or do any banishing magic, and a time of beginning new plans, projects, or doing planning for the coming lunar cycle. The moon sign for my ritual day is Taurus, a good time to work on physical and psychological issues. Health and willpower, strength and courage are the issues I will be working on. The sun sign for the day of the ritual is Aries, also a god of war. It seems like it might be beneficial to frame my ritual as a battle or a fight. The next thing I'm putting together is a list of material components for my spellwork, which in this case will be a witch's ball. The ball will include the hospital bracelets I've saved for my surgery as a focus. I will use this witch's ball as a reminder to heal my body and move away from that time of illness. My witch's ball will also include 3 kinds of gemstones for courage, vitality, and willpower. 4 herbs, spices, and resins for control and confidence, and an acorn for strength. And finally, I will include some of the sand from the ritual space to represent a fresh start. The next section is a space to note any deities, spirits, or elements invoked. I intend to invoke the Egyptian goddess Maat. She represents truth and right living and judgment. At the beach, invoking the elements does not require any props. The sun represents fire, the sand represents the earth, the ocean represents water, and the wind represents air. I also plan to use ocean water to create a saltwater circle for my sacred space. Next, I note down the offerings I want to bring for Maat. I will bring her a feather, and I will light frankincense incense in her honor. I also note down any tools I need to bring with me to the beach, including a candle, a statue of the goddess, the empty ball for the witch's ball, and the necklace to be consecrated. On the second page, there's a space to draw out an altar setup or a sacred space arrangement. And below that, a space to write out any instructions or incantations. For my ritual, it will be an invocation to the goddess Maat. Tuwa Mati, great mother of the sun, descend into the arms of the earth. Winged goddess of justice, come unto me who cry out to you for truth, judgment, and strength. Help me to know good. I call upon you to unleash the energies in my life. I call upon you to bring the truth into all that I do, and say, and feel. I call upon you to give me strength to persevere on all levels in healing myself, on all levels in organizing, in uniting, and bringing about a new creation. And finally, a space at the bottom to do some reflection. This is where I will review the ritual later and note down what results I got and any notes about the spell work. I like to sit down as soon as I can and take notes about how well the process worked and if everything went as planned. Would I repeat the spell? Would I change anything? And after I finish my notes, I file them away for future use. I will come back again after time has passed, adding a note about how well the spell worked over weeks or months. I hope this video gives you some ideas on how to get started creating your own spells and rituals. And if you enjoy this kind of spell work content, kindly leave a like on this video.